Today on the Save It for Parts channel, we're making a sailboat. I mean, a sail train. We've got the railroad speeder over here, and it works pretty well with its electric power. But here in the Midwest, we usually have a pretty constant wind from one direction, and a lot of our railroad tracks are nice and straight and flat, and a lot of them go in that same direction. So why not take advantage of nature's power and slap a sail on our train car?
Okay, time for the requisite safety announcement. Don't ever try this at home. Don't go out to your local railroad and sail your train boat thing on it. We're using a completely abandoned railroad which is disconnected at both ends. Both ends of this track just dead end to nowhere. There's no way a train's going to get on this one, but still, just don't do it. Not safe. Don't try it at home.
Now, I have some experience with sailboats. I once owned a 24-foot sailboat up in Alaska, and I've had a variety of smaller sailboats, some that I built myself and others that I got from friends and fixed up. So I think I can throw together a mast and sail and rig pretty quickly. Now, this idea actually has some history behind it. People have been putting sailing rigs on small train cars for hundreds of years. All right, so we've got the railroad car body already. We just have to assemble that. And I have a mast and sail hiding back here among my kayak garbage, and this goes to the little cat boat that a friend of mine gave me. But I think this thing's a little too big, actually. I don't want quite this much sail area for at least my initial sailing railroad vehicle. I think it would just tip over off the track. So we're going to leave this here, and we're actually going to make something from scratch. Just need to dig through my pile of lumber and find enough to make a mast and a boom and maybe some kind of support structure that can just bolt or clamp onto the train car. As far as rigging, I've got rope and cord and cable and stuff like that all over the place. And then I have lots of other hardware hoarded, like turnbuckles and cleats and pulleys and eye bolts and all the stuff you need to make a sailboat. And of course, for sails, we have my pile of dumpster tarps here. I actually did get these in an auction, but they're kind of garbage. They don't really work very well for tarps, but they're thin enough. They might be able to work for a sail. And then for a mast, I've got this other rack of dowels and poles and all kinds of stuff up here. So I think I can use a couple of these for the mast and boom. So my plan here is to basically build an entire standalone sailing rig with mast and everything, and then just be able to plop that entire thing onto the top of my little flat car. That way I'm not making any major modifications to the flat car. I can take all this stuff off. I could put it on something else if I wanted, like an ice boat or some future vehicle. As any sailor will tell you, the boom is the noise that it makes when it swings across and hits you in the head. So when I'm actually sitting next to this thing, I might want this a little higher or a little less prone to hit me in the face.
Ahoy, mateys! We be trying the sail train. If I can remember where all the sheets and the halyards and the bits and the bobs go, we may or may not be 3 sheets to the wind. Except I only have 2 sheets, so I gotta get my sheet together. Alright, so the main sail is definitely too small. Fortunately, we have a jib. Still perhaps not enough sail.
Alright, so the billboard tarp sails just aren't big enough to do anything with this little train. So let's go ahead and pull out the sail from my actual cat sailing boat. Ooh, okay. Well, my sail is actually so old and has been sitting in the garage for so long. The stitching is just crumbling here. Everything's kind of rotten. So all the threads that held this nylon sail together are rotting away, and there's nothing really holding the pieces together. I might just roll all this up, put it back in the barrel where it was, pretend I didn't see this. That's going to be a problem for future me. Let's try one last sailboat type. The old antique square rig. Simple, straightforward, not very effective at crosswinds, can't go upwind at all, but this should work for a downwind. Alright, it's been a couple weeks. It is finally nice windy weather, so we're going to try this again. So unfortunately, 20 knot winds with gusts to 30 are still not enough for my sloop rig here. I think we're going to go ahead and try that square sail. Alright, so there finally is enough wind and it is working, but every time we get a good enough gust to sail, the camera blows over, so I don't know if we've gotten any of that. I'm going to try again. Well, we're moving a little bit. I can't tell where we're moving because I can't see through the sail. Now we've run aground in the weeds again. It's later in the summer, so these weeds have just gotten a little bit out of hand. They're a little more than I want to handle with a machete or a weed whacker. So this might be about as far as we can go on this trip. Alright, so this video is obviously going nowhere, much like this train. Alright, so this sail train thing is not working out at all, and I'm really tempted to give up on it. I've got the sail train sitting here, I've got one set of sails over there, I've got more sails somewhere, and then I've got just like literally 100 other projects in this garage. I've got more boat stuff, I've got yard work stuff, I've got telescope stuff, all kinds of junk that I could be working on other than wasting the rest of my summer on the sail train. But I hate giving up on a video. I hate publishing a video where there's not a conclusion, where there's not something that's gone right. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of failures in a bunch of these, but I don't want to just leave it at that. So we're going to try one more thing. So this bee-themed monstrosity is a crab claw sail. It's also been called a lateen sail, but I believe the addition of the lower spar makes it technically a crab claw. This thing is the biggest one I've done for this train so far. The original sloop rig I did was in the neighborhood of 25 square feet of sail. The square sail was 42 square feet. This thing is over 60 square feet, so I've gone up another 150%. If this giant thing doesn't work, then you know what? I think we can say we've given it our best shot. We're also starting to approach the top end of what I really want to carry on my car. This thing has to fit on my roof rack. It's definitely not going to fit inside, even all rolled up. So it's going to have to be on the roof rack of the car. It's still going to stick out both ends. All right, yeah, I'm definitely not going on any long cross-country journeys with this thing. All right, we're giving this thing one final try. We have the windiest day we've tried yet. We have the biggest sail we've tried yet. Alright, we're actually kind of getting somewhere, but it's also so windy that our rig is just falling apart. I'm actually losing my spars, I'm ripping my sail. I've been trying to zip tie and duct tape things back together here, but it's actually so windy that everything is just shredding apart. well, we got 1 or 2 final runs out of this stupid thing, and I'm ready to call it quits. I'm ready to call this one a bad idea. We're not going to get anywhere with a sail train, at least not in the Midwest. I think we really need a coastal environment for this. That's kind of where you see these used in real life, is exposed piers, exposed breakwaters on coastal areas with construction tramways along them with a nice, consistent, heavy wind. Here in Minnesota, the wind is just not strong enough, it's just not reliable enough, and this is just not a reliable transportation option. So, now that I've wasted my entire summer trying to build this sail train, the train is going to go back in the garage, the sails are going to go back in the garbage where they came from. Maybe we'll do some kind of rail karting again next year, but who knows, I might be bored with that, and they're tearing apart our railroad that we usually use, so we might not have any tracks left to test on next year. That all remains to be seen. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for putting up with another stupid harebrained Save It for Parts idea, and we'll see you next time.